You are 14 years old when you discover how much worth a human life. 5,000 less than. What does a used iPhone cost? Less than that your mother earns cleaning houses during 2 months. That is the amount they offer to stay standing in a corner looking at cell phones that never you can buy. You don't shoot, not even you touch anything illegal. You just send a text message when you see patrol cars. 3 letters. Law. 2 weeks later, you find out that 7 people died in a failed operation because your message, he arrived 90 seconds late. Nobody tells you nothing. They pay you your 5,000 pesos in crumpled bills that smell like gasoline. Welcome to the cartel Sinaloa. This is how everyone feels, Range. From the falcon that cannot even buy Coca-Cola until the boss already, he can't even sleep. And I warn you something. The last step is not what you think, because they all end up in the same place. Falcon's salary between 5,000 and 8,000 per month. Average age 12 to 17 years. Life expectancy, 8 months. Are invisible until you stop being invisible. Your work is simple. You see something strange, you send message, you charge. You don't charge anything. No, you sell nothing. You are a collaborator external, as if this were a startup. The problem is that the police do not see differences in death certificates. Your first day, they position you in the corner of an OXXO. They give you a Nokia 2009 with a single number saved. 3 codes. Law if you see patrols. Fly yes you see rivals. Lima if everything is clean. The first week you earn 1,250 ES. It's more than your dad makes in 3 days loading blogs. Your mom asks about where did you get money to buy his medicine. You tell him that a neighbor paid you for helping him. Technically, you're not lying. But here comes the interesting thing. Know why hawks are almost always minors? It's not because they are more cheap. It's because if they catch them in 6 months are free. The penal system for minors in Mexico, it is a bad joke counted. The real danger is not law, is to use the wrong code. Mandas Lima when you should have sent law. Pass 1 white van. 4 guys go down. 200 kilograms of fair white powder is unloaded when the patrols arrive. Someone loses $2 million. Don't you? They fire you, they disappear, or worse, they ascend to the next thing that comes. Let me ask you something. If you were 14 years, your mother is sick and 5,000 pesos between life and death, would you stay standing watching him die? That's why there is 250,000 falcons in Sinaloa alone. Mule salary, between 10,000 and 20,000 pesos per trip. Average age, 16 to 25 years. Survival probability after 10 trips, 34%. Do you think this is like a job? Summer? Spoiler, summer never ends and you probably do. Your first trip. It's easy. Carry a package of Culiacan to Tijuana. 100 kilometers, 15,000 3 days. Do you do the math? In a month, you can earn what your dad earns in 6. What nobody tells you is that you carry 40 kilograms of white powder hidden in the tank gasoline from a 2007 Suburban. They get 10 years automatically. If you grab the rival poster, there is not even years because there is no body to count. The first stop makes you sweat ice. The federal government reviews your license. He asks where you are going. You say, visit my grandmother in Tijuana. He looks at you for 8 seconds complete. He tells you, go ahead. You breathe for the first time in 90 kilometers. You arrive, you deliver, you get paid, you feel invincible. Mistake. On the 3rd trip, a tire explodes at 2 in the morning. There is a checkpoint 400 meters ahead that was not marked on the GPS. You have 2 options. Change the tire and take a chance. Either leave the truck with 40 kilograms and $0 on. You choose the 3rd option that does not exist. You run 11 kilometers on foot through the desert. You lose a shoe. A scorpion stings you the ankle. You arrive at a town. You call to the emergency number. They pick you up. No. They say nothing the whole way. Evil sign. They take you to a house. There are 3 people sitting on plastic chairs. You recognize one. He was a mule like you. Was. Your boss calmly explains to you that the lost merchandise is worth 000. Your family. He doesn't have that. You don't have that. Gives you 2 options. You work for free until pay it. Or do we solve this another way? Faster. The second option includes a shovel and a vacant lot. You choose the first. You just signed a contract without exit clause. You make 30 trips more in 11 months. Every time the risks go up. You see burned trucks with bodies inside. Some have uniforms, others have backpacks, school children. On trip 34, he almost caught you. The Navy. You hide in a cornfield, 2 days eating raw corn. When you return, they pay you $8,000 instead of $15,000 for the delay. Don't complain. Those who complain become statistics. And just when you think you can't anymore get worse, they make you the offer, which no one rejects, because rejecting it is say, I'm no good anymore. They offer you to go up level, better pay, more respect, weapon included. It sounds good until you understand what does it mean. Hitman salary, between 15,000 and 40,000 pesos per month. More bonuses for work. Average age 18 to 28 years. Annual mortality rate 47%. Your first, you do work on a Tuesday at 3 in the morning late at a taco shop. The objective is eating asada tacos. He doesn't know that it has 90 seconds to live. You neither. You knew this would be so easy. That is the part that destroys you, not the act. Easy it was. You walk in, he turns around, your hands don't shake. 2 shots, he falls, salts. The motorcycle is already on. 11 blocks later, you change your clothes. You return home. Your mom serves you, pozole. You eat in silence. You just kill your first person. You win 25,000 bonus pesos. It's a normal Wednesday. The first week you can't sleep. You see his face, you hear the sound. You smell the gunpowder mixed with roast meat. You vomit 3 times. The second week you sleep 4 hours. The third week no longer you think about it so much. In the fourth job, you don't even remember the face anymore. Not anymore. They are people, they are objectives, packages, earrings. Your boss literally says, we have 3 deliveries this week, as if they were Amazon orders. Here the interesting thing comes. Do you know how much costs a human life in the market Sinaloa hitman? It depends on aim. Ordinary citizen, between 5,000 and 15,000 pesos. Municipal police, 20,000 weights. Journalist, between 50,000 and 100,000 weights. Mayor, 150,000 ease. Rival of the 30,000 cartel plus promotion guaranteed. There is literally a menu of prices. You do 23 jobs in 14 months, each one easier than the last. That is the real problem. Not that becomes more difficult. It becomes routine. You start taking pills, sleep, then to wake up, then to work. One day your goal turns out to be a second cousin you saw twice at family weddings. Your boss says, there are problem. Do you know that saying yes is saying, am I no longer useful? You say you don't do it, you charge. That night you take twice as many pills. Your mom asks why you have so much money. You tell him that you do logistics for a company. She doesn't ask anymore because deep down he doesn't want to know. But be careful with this. This work has 2 withdrawal forms, ascend or die. No, there is a pension, there is no resignation. And when you think you've already reached the top, offer the next level responsibility. Territories, people under your command. Head of position salary, between 80,000 and 200,000 a month. Further percentage of operations. Age average, 28 to 40 years old. Hope of life, 18 months. Now you have people, 40 hitmen, 100 falcons, 30 mules, 15 cooks, 8 accountants, 3 lawyers, and a territory the size of 3 municipalities. Your superior boss explains the rules. 1. Deliveries 15 million pesos per month minimum. 2. You keep the square quiet. 3. The local police officers are lined up. 4. If you fail, we will replace you. No, he says. We say goodbye. It says we replace. The first month you produce 18 million. All flows. The second month, a rival cartel. He decides that your place is now his place. They kill 3 of your falcons on a Monday. 5 of your hitmen disappear one day Wednesday. On Friday they meet bodies hanging from a bridge. You are 72 hours to respond or appear weak. To appear weak is to die. Send 15 of your better. 8 return. The other 7. They are in black bags in territory enemy. The war lasts 3 months. You lose 40% of your staff. You spend $4 million on arms. The territory looks like a zone of war. You only deliver $9 million that quarter. Your boss calls you. He doesn't get up the voice. That's worse. It gives you a month to fix things. You fix things. You negotiate territory with your rival. Cedes 30% of your place. You publicly execute 2 of your own hitmen, they failed. You pay the general of the area 500,000 extra pesos. You produce again. You deliver 14 million the following month. But one of your accountants has been there for 8 months, stealing 200,000 a month. You discover it because your son appears on Instagram with 15,000 peso tennis shoes. Do you know what you have to do? This accountant ate in your home. Their children played with yours. You do it the same. Because if you don't, everyone starts to think they can steal. You stop going home. You sleep in 4 different locations each week. You change your cell phone every 5 days. You travel with 6 bodyguards. You are no longer a plaza boss. You are a target traveling on a budget. Your children. They ask why there are men with weapons at home. You tell them that dad works in private security. Your 9-year-old daughter asks, why does private security do you need bazookas? After 18 months, there are only 2 ways to leave, up or down. Lieutenant salary, between 500,000 and 2 million pesos a month. More percentages. Average age, 35 to 50 years. You no longer have 1 place, you have 5 states. You no longer have 40 hitmen, you have 2,000. You no longer move 15 million, you move 150 million per month. Your day typical. You wake up in a ranch of 400 hectares surrounded by 50 guards. Video conference with your 5 bosses square. One reports problems. It you replace immediately. Meeting with him politician you financed. Governor. He wants to renegotiate. You. Do you remember that 60% of his campaign was your money? Lunch with an agent of the DEA. It's not a joke. It gives you information about federal operations. You pass him information from rival cartels. All they win, except rivals who fall, random, tangled. Your accountant shows the numbers for the quarter. Income, 450 million pesos. Bills, 180 million. Bribes, 120 million. Profit, 110 million. You are more profitable than half of the companies on the stock market, Mexican securities. Dinner with your family. Your 3 children study in private universities in the United States. Joined. They don't know exactly what you do. They never ask. Your wife asks if they can go on vacation to Europe. You say yes. Then you remember your 14 arrest warrants and your face on the top 10 of the most wanted. They say that the money doesn't buy happiness. Buys 6 houses you can't visit, 10 cars you can't drive, and a family you can't see without putting on risk. But the most brutal part is the paranoia. Each meal can be poisoned. Each driver can be an informant. Each bodyguard can be a disguised hitman. Sleeps 3 hours daily. The rest, you pretend to sleep with a Glock under the pillow. You have seen 12 lieutenants fall in the last 5 years. 3 executed, 4 arrested, 2 missing. 3 withdrawals that no one believes. Do you know that your name is on that list? The question is not, it's yes, it's when. And just when you believe that you have already reached the maximum, the call, the boss wants to see you. Salary of capo. Numbers that no longer mean nothing. Life expectancy. Ask the Chapo. You control 11 states. 40,000 people work for you. You move $2,000 million annually. Have governors on the payroll. Politicians who they avoid saying your name in public. Are untouchable until you are not. Because the bigger you get, the more great is the target on your back. Your biggest enemy is no longer the rival cartel. It is the United States government. The DEA has 400 agents working on your alone case. Your reward, $5,000. For you is what you spend on bribes a normal month. You are 140 lawyers. You have 3-kilometer drug tunnels with rails. You have laboratories that look like chemical plants. You have airplanes, boats, artisanal submarines. And still you sleep in underground bunkers, changing location every 48 hours. Your most loyal lieutenant place takes 3 months negotiating with the DEA. You will find out when 400 Marines fall from helicopters at your ranch on a Tuesday, 4 in the morning. That day, at 67 years, arthritis and diabetes, you will run for tunnels you built for this moment. You will escape through a sewer 2 kilometers later. For now you will live 6 months more, hidden, eating canned food. You who once dined with presidents. And when they finally catch you, it won't be in an epic shootout. It will be in a house, middle class, in Mazatlan. You will be in ponds watching soap operas. They extradite you. Trial in New York, life sentence. More than 30 years lock you up in ADX Florence, Colorado. Supermax, 11 p.m. daily in a 2x3-meter cell. 0 human contact, 0 windows. You will live 40 more years there. You will die of old age in a cell seeing white walls. Your children, they won't go to your funeral. Your empire divided among 4 lieutenants who now they kill each other. Was it worth the grief? Difficult question, because 90% of the people in this hierarchy never had real option. They started with 5,000 pesos. They ended up moving 2,000 million, but without being able to save even his own soul. Here there is the plot twist. The real last echelon is not a boss, he is a pilot. The pilots crossing tons of dust white from Colombia, which fly at 50 meters high evading radars, which they land on improvised roads. Those guys make between $100,000 and $500,000 per flight. They make 3 flights to month. Life of millionaires. And here is what crazy. The DEA lets them work. No, because they are good. Because they have them purchased. Do you want to know how it feels be Chapo's most valuable pilot? Guzman, while you secretly pass him information to the DEA, and you survive playing both sides? I have another video which counts exactly that. His name is P. You are Chapo's pilot, and the DEA has bought. After listening to all this hierarchy, that story is going to blow your mind, because it's the only one position where you can really win. Either die twice as fast,